Let's bring in Princeton University political scientist Lauren Wright and Sentinel Action Fund president Jessica Anderson. Thank you both for coming on. Here's what Trump said. He called himself an open book. Watch.
Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy.
And Jessica, it's important to know that independent voters do kind of like what, Trump is offering them because he is open.
That's right, Trace. And he's been made very clear what life would look like under President Trump. Life was more affordable. It was safer. It was easier. And so when voters were asked today to react to the debate last night, I think it's pretty normal to say, look, my life was better under President Trump. I've lived the last year under the Biden-Harris regime. I don't want a repeat of the last 3.5 years, regardless of what Harris says, which is that she's changed her mind but not her values on all of the issues. We're not buying it. This is a Hollywood rebrand, and it's not sticking with the American people, Trace.
Yeah, here's a voter panel on Kamala Harris being vague. Look.
Are Americans better off today than they were when you came into office 3.5 years ago? And she sidestepped it. She walked around it.
She wasn't very specific when asked certain things.
I didn't really know a lot about her other than she served as vice president. And today, unfortunately, she didn't get to talk about a lot of her policy.
She didn't talk about her policy changes between 2020 and 2024. Her whole centrist, moderate stance is just a facade.
I don't know, Lauren Wright, was it a mistake for her not to explain to us how she plans to improve the country and better our lives?
No, because she completely got away with it, and I put part of the blame on Trump. She has some really controversial issue positions that we know very little about. She has a price capping policy, for instance, that mainstream economists across the board think is a slippery slope to socialism. Even Obama-era economists have said the best outcome is that it never, ever comes to pass. These are kill shots Trump could have made over and over, but he spent so much time defending himself that he didn't interrogate her policies, and there were so many opportunities where he could have used the time that way.
Yeah, a lot of openings there. The new NPR Marist poll is kind of interesting. Put this up on the screen here. It has among voter preference, independents, Trump 49, Kamala Harris 46. The interesting thing is that is a 19-point swing from just weeks ago, Jessica.
That's right, because I think the honeymoon around Harris has totally faded. She got a bump right after the DNC. She got a bump when Biden was forcefully removed and she replaced him. That bump is no more. And I think independent and swing voters, they recognize the issues: safety and security, the border, cost of living, the economy. We know these are the things that matter. They matter more than style. We've seen the style of President Trump for over 8 years now. We know how he talks, what he's about. We've seen him take the bait before. I don't know that we learned anything new last night. In fact, we just learned more about Harris, which is that she actually can't defend her policies because she doesn't have any.
Yeah, got to go here, but I want to put this up. This is Trump-Harris debate stats. Live fact checks. Harris 0, Trump 5. Question on Harris policy flip-flops. It was 40 minutes into the debate before they asked a single question. Your final thoughts on this, Lauren?
I did look at the transcript today, and I saw some of that unevenness, to be honest. And I think a lot of the blame was on the moderators. Again, I go back to Trump. He expected this to be biased against him for weeks. He said he thinks he's going to have problems in that regard. So what do? In general, you over-prepare. You learn to interrogate your opponent's issue positions. You know the weak spots of your own. That's what the conservative students I'm writing about on college campuses do to prepare for these discussions. He should take a page out of their book next time.
You should. Lauren, Jessica, thank you both. Well,